Good morning. I'm doing like the Lenny dance today. My hair. It's almost 8 o'clock. I actually slept in a little bit this morning because I was doing a midnight gifting. I was doing a midnight gifting. I opened gifts at midnight. But, it was heavy duty. It was heavy duty. I loved it. And it was a good time. So, I'm here for my normal Saturday morning with a big glass of water with one of my new cups that I received as a gift. You know, on my day off, I'm a mermaid. I'm a pretty big mermaid. But yes, I am a mermaid because somebody knows I love mermaids. I never really used to be like that before I transitioned. It's only been since transitioning that I think all these girly things that I wanted when I was younger and couldn't have because, you know, boys weren't supposed to like mermaids. And now that, just pay no attention to me. And now that I don't have to hide that aspect of my life anymore, you know, mermaids. I was out last night, actually. I'm going to do the GSA today, Gay Straight Alliance, out at Dickerson College in Carlisle. I'm going to be in a workshop about coming out in the workplace. So I'm going to head out there in about, I'm probably going to leave for Carlisle around 11. So in about 3 hours I'll be heading out there. I want to grab lunch before I go do this. I should actually check to see if they have a cafeteria at the Union. Maybe I can just eat there, which is what I think I'm going to end up doing. Probably just eat there. But I was out with a friend last night. We went to dinner for Transgender Day of Visibility. I picked the place. It was not that good. I was not impressed with the food, so I will not be going back. I will not be giving them any publicity either. And then we stopped off at a friend's house. And unbeknownst to me, I had never visited this person we were going to visit before. At least not visited her house. I have met her before. And one of the women who is going to be at the GSA today, the one who actually invited me to the GSA, was there with her kids. So, and it's funny because the person who was there with the kids has a transgender wife. And I found out that the couple whose house we're at, they have a transgender daughter. So I was like, big meeting of transgender people. But it was fun, and we were up until, I got home like 11:30 last night, but we were talking most of the night. And an interesting discussion came up, and it made me think about something that I haven't actually put in the novel, probably because I blanked out on it. And I thought, maybe I should do this. And it has to do with, here it comes, hickeys. Alright, girls, do we know what hickeys are? I'm sure some of you do. I'm sure some of you are like, hickeys? What are those? Those are those little marks you get on your neck when somebody gets carried away with kissing. And some neck sucking starts to occur. And it made me remember this because, well, the one couple whose house we were at, they said they had a son who came home with a hickey the other day, and it was kind of big and visible, and they were like, oh my God, this girl does this to him all the time. And it made me remember my first girlfriend, whose nickname was Pumpkin. Sound familiar? But who my sister called the Vampire, because she was always leaving hickeys on my neck. I mean, some of them, it looked like I had actually been choked. But she was always leaving hickeys on my neck. She loved to do that. She was just a little vampire who loved to kiss and kiss and kiss, and all of a sudden there would be a point where the kissing turned into neck sucking, and before you know it, I had a big bruise on my neck. Yeah, actually, and I was one of the few kids, that's all I'm gonna say, who had those. I remember I left one on her neck one time and she got real pissed off at me because then she had to explain it to her parents. It was like, hey, what do you think I have to do every time I go home and my parents are looking at me like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I instantly started thinking, what if Carrie had a hickey? Because, let's be honest, you cannot tell me that poor, sweet, innocent Annie hasn't actually done that. I mean, come on. Do you really think as often as they have laid in bed together and shared a room and all this other stuff, that they've never done that? That she's never, like, started kissing Carrie and kissing him a little more, and all of a sudden it was like, I mean, she does come from Bulgaria, which is right next to Romania, which is where Dracula was from. So, you know, it only makes sense that, you know, there's the possibility she has some of that vampiric instinct in her, and she's just went for his neck and then just giggled afterwards. It's like, oh my, I'm sorry, I left a hickey on your neck. Oh, Carrie, my love, I'm so sorry. And then just kind of massaged it and I said, let me give it a kiss and make it feel better. All the while, you know, giggling and snorting and laughing while Carrie's like, ow, that hurt. Ow, what were you doing? And of course, you know, with Carrie's pasty-ass complexion, damn that Irish blood. You know, Carrie's kind of pasty, so he gets a hickey. It's gonna be like somebody lit the fires of Gondor. You're going to see them. It's going to be seen everywhere. You know, he's got nothing to cover it up. So he's going to be walking around school with this big hickey on his neck. And probably a few kids are going to be looking at him going, what were you doing? See, I could do that. So I'm actually thinking about including that scene like that in the book. And I know it would be like the most embarrassing time to do it. Now, I don't know if I would actually do it at that time, but there is a point where I would like to do that, and have, you know, people react to Carrie's bruise. I think actually the best time to do it would be like during the Polar Express, because, you know, it would be like Annie's gonna suck his neck right before he leaves, and it kind of like, I'm gonna mark my territory here, Emma. You know, some animals come up and they like urinate on a post to let you know it's the area of their territory. Annie's just gonna like leave bruises all over Carrie's neck, so that when they're changing, you know, because they'll strip down to their underwear. Their long johns, really. When I say underwear, it's like the most unsexy stuff in the world, because they're gonna have like, you know, fleece, and they're gonna have like flannel undergarments on underneath to stave off the Arctic cold. So, you know, we're not talking about like silk camis and stuff. We're talking about, you know, like underwear. And Emma will get a look at Carrie's neck at some point and be like, what happened to you? Oh, Annie. She, yeah, we were, you know, kissing last night, and she got carried away. And then Emma's just gonna be like, guess this means I don't have a shot. No, Emma, you don't have a shot. Emma, let's just be honest. Emma has never had a shot. Emma really never has. Anyone who thinks Emma's had a shot really hasn't been paying attention. So, yeah, maybe she thought she had a shot. She didn't. Mermaid. So, I think that's something I'm going to include, because it's something that's going to be kind of a rite of passage, and it does seem like something that Annie would actually do. I've got to mark my territory. I want to make certain when you're out there that there is no misunderstanding that you are with me. Oh, there won't be, honey. Don't worry. No. I have to be sure. Ow. Ow. My neck. Yeah. Mark them with hickeys. Mark them with love. Annie, I love her. She is the most possessive girl. I mean, you can say what you want to about girls being possessive, but when it comes to Carrie, that's hers. He belongs to her. You know, everybody else just better back the hell off. And at first, you know, it's like Carrie was wise by not going to Annie as soon as she got back from Yule and going, oh, by the way, guess what? Emma kissed me and told me, you know, blah, blah, blah. And knowing Clueless, the original Clueless Carrie probably would have said something. And at that point, it would have been a throwdown. Annie probably would have hunted Emma down, and it'd have been ugly. She'd have blasted her. Maybe she'd have waited till advanced. You know, maybe she'd have waited till they had self-defense class and then been like, are we sparring today, teacher? Professor, can I spar with Emma? Just crack her with an air hammer. Or punch her in the face or something like that and just leave her to bleed on the mat. Nowadays, Annie'd probably kill her. That's the thing you always have to worry about. These witches, you gotta teach them to keep their wits about them. But yeah, probably kill him. She probably would kill Emma today. And that's what Carrie recognizes. Carrie recognized even early on that he had to be careful with what he said to Annie about some of the things that Emma did or said, simply because Annie would, quite bluntly, fuck her up. And we already saw that, where she warned, she finally got to the point where she backed Emma into a corner and warned her off that she was going to mess her up bad if she didn't leave Carrie alone. So, especially if she did something stupid or purposely wrecked him again on the race course. She was going to whack his ass. She was going to whack him. Yeah. Annie ain't playing. She's, excuse me. She's, damn, I hate that. Annie ain't playing. Carrie's hers. It's not just a boyfriend. That is her husband, and even more importantly, that is the father of her children that she recognizes, that she carries inside her. And, one of these days, one of those little eggs is gonna sprout. And so that's how Annie thinks. Annie doesn't think about, I've got my boyfriend, this cute, he's brought me a charm bracelet, and he brought me these, and he brought me some nice earrings, No, she's like, that's my husband. I'm going to marry this boy as soon as we're of legal age, and then at some point in the future, he is going to impregnate me, and I am going to have our children. That's how Annie really thinks. There are some people in normal society who would say that for a 13-year-old girl to think that way, that's some obsessive shit. But the thing is, they are connected. She knows they're going to get married. Of course, she said she was going to marry this boy when she was like 7 years old, which some people would again look at. The kid was just a dream, but something told her, no, there's more to him than that. So that's been her life. Carrie has basically been her life. In a certain sense. Magic and ginger-haired boys. So, and she's protective of both. Don't mess with the Bulgarian pop princess. She will mess you up. So expect that. Expect that for the Polar Express. Hickeys. Carrie, I'll have to explain that away. Carrie, what's that on the side of your neck? That's just a hickey. You have a hickey? Yeah. And then, knowing Emma, she'll basically at some point just go, how'd that happen? Well, how do you think it happened, Emma? Jesus. Why don't you go find a guy and give him a hickey? Mark your territory. Which is what Emma really needs to do. By the way, I have tried on wigs. I'm going to get a new wig this week. And the first wig I tried on was called Emma. And I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I can wear this. And then I go on video and go, you like my new wig? It's called Emma. I forget what the wig is that I bought, but yeah, the first one I tried on 2 wigs, and the first one was the Emma. So I kind of found that amusing. I can't get away from Emma. She's always with me. I didn't try on an Annie. There was a Carrie. One of the wigs was called Carrie, but it was K-E-R-Y. So, but still, Carrie. I didn't see an Annie. Where's my Annie wig? I want an Annie wig. Yeah. So I've went on long enough about hickeys and giggling like a crazy schoolgirl and stuff like that, and showing you off my mermaid swag. So I am going to let you go. Yeah, I got plenty to do today. I'm getting a little hungry, and I've got to check on a few things and notify people about what's happening. Chances are really good I did not write last night. I probably will not write that much today. I may get a chance in the afternoon, but that's about it. So most of my writing I will probably do Sunday morning. I'll try to make up for it by finishing off the scene. So we'll take it from there. Countdown. I'm going to get 20 minutes in right here because I like that. I'm just going to waste time. I'm just going to keep talking. You want to see me talk? Yeah, watch me talk. I'm going to keep talking. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, take care. Bye.